Everybody, welcome back to the Joey Plays Games podcast. This is an episode. I don't know. We don't keep track of these things anymore. We just upload them. We've been on a little bit of a hiatus. We tried to record one, and after the last one, I realized my audio was terrible. So hopefully the audio is not bad this time. So we'll see how that goes. But we wanted to take a break for a little bit, let everybody recuperate, enjoy the end of their semester, and start of summer. But we're back for hopefully the foreseeable future, but we'll see how that goes. In the last episode, we promised to talk about Invincible, and that's what we're going to talk about this week. No news, no nothing fun. We're just going to talk about, Invincible's fun, obviously, but we're going to talk about Invincible. Austin looks so serious right now. He just looks like he's
got some
about to murder somebody.
Right, my mouth hurts.
Oh. Is it because I've been kissing you too much?
No, it's because they ripped my gums open to put more tissue in there today.
Oh, well, now I feel bad for mentioning that. I want to take a moment to welcome my co-hosts back to the podcast. Nick, thanks for hosting the podcast from back in the suburbs.
Yep.
Damn, he's got nothing for me. All right,
Let's just
yo,
run it.
Matt, thank you for being here today, making some time out of your busy schedule.
I don't like the way you said that.
There's just some
But
extra.
thanks.
Yeah, Matt's really busy.
Thank you, Owen, for joining me on this Invincible spoiler cast. Damn,
Not really
no one's
spoilers,
giving me
I think.
anything
Thanks for
today.
You're not giving us anything to work with here.
Now, dude.
How about we go around the screen?
Bite on something.
You're just seductively welcoming us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
How about we just
Is
all
that
go
not
around
something in
and
itself?
give a Twitter
How about we just
Post.
all go around and say one thing that we're thankful for?
review? Okay, sure, we can do that too.
Twitter
Like a
review?
scruffy beard.
I personally think Twitter sucks.
Of Invincible, so like 100 words or less, Owen. That's what I was getting at. But if you want to go there, sure.
Oh, and you can start.
I got just like a couple of words. The mom's a MILF, bruh.
All right, we're
That's-
gonna end
that's
this
my
there.
review of
Thanks for
Invincible,
tuning in.
guys.
Gosh,
Thank you for
that's-
tuning in. Please go away.
All right.
Matt, I want you to start this off because
All right.
you weren't initially on the hype train, like you weren't
Yeah.
on like since day one, but you
Mhm.
were pretty early after the show was nearing the end of its run, and then you kind of
Matt,
binged
give a
through
bad
it.
take.
Yeah.
So
I'm in
tell
the
us
habit-
what you thought.
Okay, so I'm in the habit of. I mean, this is a spoiler episode, so I can just say all the shit. But I'm in the habit of spoiling a show in order to get me to actually watch it. So ever since I saw the end of the first episode go viral, I was like, wow, that's pretty intense. I'm not a fan of gory shit and everything, but that pretty much just told me that this show is different than your typical superhero show. And so that's what it ended up being. This is pretty refreshing, I would say. It's totally just it's like Spider-Man, but just completely different from your, conventional superhero show. It has the love triangle, it has his high school life, it has a lot of relatable shit with the character. It has the good fight scenes, it has the daddy issues. I mean, the show has everything, and it's very refreshing. So I've enjoyed the ride.
I think you kind of summed it up really well there for a lot of what the show is at its core elements. From there,
I'll say one thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I was gonna say this show,
Guess what
like
you
this
got.
show is probably okay. I already knew about the whole Money Man Guardians of the Globe scene, so I already knew the show was gonna get into some like pretty gory, nasty stuff, and I knew it was gonna take that turn. So I guess, all those stuff went viral, so it kind of spoiled that part for me. But the vibe I got from that first episode was really like, I guess what I'm trying to say is like shows like Teen Titans and these kind of animated superhero shows, I've never really liked or I've never really gotten into them. Um, and but like the show, I kind of give it a chance after seeing those scenes, and yeah, it definitely was like on it was definitely on the level of like, because I'm more of an anime fan, we all know that. It was definitely on that level for
Fucking
me and
weeb.
not just, oh, yeah. Yeah, but I really enjoyed it.
An anime
The
fan
first
for
this is
what,
like
like
the
a
first superhero
year.
show, the first superhero show that I've actually like watched, and I really enjoyed it, so yeah.
Damn, guy's been in anime for 1 year and thinks I'm just an anime guy.
2 years. 2 years.
Jeez. Okay,
It's been
so
long.
I think it's fair to say that Matt, Austin, and Owen, and now Nicholas, y'all are definitely into the anime culture to a certain extent. All in varying degrees. Okay, culture may have
Like
been a
that shit.
bad word, but y'all watch anime at the very least.
Yeah.
Nick's just giving me the eyeballs, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
What? You
Where
know,
where do you think this lies? Do you think it's more of like an Americanized thing, like Avatar: Last Airbender? That style. Okay, Owen, I don't need to see your background, and that just thank you, but I didn't need to see that,
It's
and it
definitely
looked
on
a little inappropriate.
it's okay. I guess when I said anime level, quote anime level, I just meant like the quality of like I guess from what I've seen, like these American, like okay, after the Last Airbender is kind of an exception, but most of these American animated shows that are not like cartoons specifically, I don't really think that their stories and their arcs are really as creative as some of the stuff that I've seen from anime. But I think this show was definitely on that level, I guess is what I was trying to say, as far as the creativity and like the way the story kind of felt. And that's why I think I enjoyed it. So.
I'll say this. Western animation is just they've milked superhero shit. So that's not a bad thing, and it's all I'm sure it's all good. Like everyone loves Teen Titans. Not Teen Titans Go. Everyone loves Teen Titans. Everyone loves all the the like. There's a lot of good stuff, and it tackles all age groups. Like the Killing Joke and all that stuff. I just think there's too much in the superhero scene. Anime kind of is just diverse. They dabble into everything. The only superhero anime I watch is My Hero. And so Invincible, it's just so different from all the superhero stuff we know so far that I mean it's in its own category and it's like I said, it's refreshing. So as far as anime goes, I don't really know like I don't really compare it to that. It's a Western kind of animation. I put it in that category, but like it's on the level of all the anime I love, so like I enjoy it just as much, if not more. I enjoy Invincible more than My Hero personally. I know Austin
Yeah.
likes My Hero more, but yeah.
Owen, what about you?
They're just different, but yeah, and I mean Invincible's on that level.
I definitely enjoy it, like on the lines of like certain, like I guess anime, I guess that I watch, but I mean not as much as all the high tier stuff, but this is like a solid like if I would like compare it to that kind of stuff, it'd be like A tier.
Okay, so y'all are coming across as really high, and I mean I
It's a
phrased
great
that not
show.
only
It's a great show.
to I didn't want to bait to a certain extent, but it was like I wanted to compare it because you guys aren't, as Austin said, you guys aren't ones to go out and actively seek the superhero animated stuff, especially if it's westernized. So I was trying to get to the heart of like why this is different and why this seemed to succeed so well. And st-
It's more
Matt,
mature. It has
The show's hip. It's in tune with like people our age. Even the soundtrack, it's like popular music from that people listen to
soundtrack
like now.
slapped, yeah.
Exactly. Like it's just
But
more
yeah,
in
definitely.
tune. It's more relatable, especially with the part where he's kind of melting down at the end, where he has to balance school, the superhero stuff, and the relationship shit. I mean, it's just more. What am I trying to say here? I can relate more to
Relate to it?
these. Yeah, I can relate more to this character than like Teen
The
Titans and stuff.
characters are
It's totally
really well
ridiculous
written.
as far as like what real life would be like. I'm not saying Invincible is just like real life, but it's a lot more. It's a hip show that's very relatable.
I just like that it was mature. I guess more mature.
That's
Like the not just the violence. I guess like
I was
the
about to say,
way
like,
it's not just that. I don't know. I can't specifically pinpoint like what made it. I don't know. It just felt more like a show that it didn't feel like I was watching a kid show, which is how pretty much every other animated superhero show has made me feel. At least, yeah. That's so I kind of enjoyed that.
The humor too. The humor is so good and it's so subtle. It's not forced. I like the part where they're fighting the dude at like Mount Rushmore, and he's talking about all this stuff about like, hey, they were racist and they had slaves and stuff like that. Like, it's just a very like timely kind of like humor show. Like, I don't know. That's just what I get from it.
Nick,
Mhm.
what say you?
No.
Why do you think this thing's? Oh, okay.
No, you remember when Mark was like, "No," that was so funny. Oh,
Nick, why do you think this show kind of stood out? Especially since it was airing around the same time Falcon and Winter Soldier was coming out and off the heels of WandaVision. Why it kind of it cemented its own unique place in the Twitter popular culture.
I would say it was a combination of it being an adaptation that did the adaptation justice of it coming from source material, and everyone who was familiar with the source material was still being surprised and captivated by what the show was going with and how the comic was being reproduced. Because what we've seen from comics is usually just been you take a bunch of different stories, combine them together, and get your own unique take that you get to see on the silver screen. But this was pretty, as from what I could tell, was pretty accurate to what the comics were, and people enjoyed it. So I think that's why it kind of caught on to in the pop culture Twitter verse.
Yeah. So instead of, I mean, obviously we all liked it. We're all just dancing around the fact that we really enjoyed the show. Instead of going in and like talking about each episode, I want to give everybody a little chance to talk about some of their favorite moments, and just kind of we'll go around, share one or two, and then we'll kind of close out with some final thoughts and some excitement for season 2. And we're coming up on Loki, so I don't think we're gonna get to the plan of doing another thing, but let's get into that. So Matt,
I think we can all
or
just
Owen,
say,
okay.
I feel his
I don't know
voice
what
cut
the
out.
hell
He's
Owen's
trying
gonna
to do the meme.
What's he
Oh,
mean?
I can just get another
you
one.
not
in 24
understand,
years.
Joey?
Oh,
Meme of Omni-Man doing
now I see it.
spine
Now I see
mark.
it.
I can just make another one.
Well, I don't remember it being like this
Joey,
in the
think,
show,
think
but yeah,
about
yeah.
Think
Yeah, it's like this. Think, Mark. Think.
Oh.
So I guess that was one of Owen's
So
favorite
that's
moments.
Owen's favorite.
Moment. It really shines
Matt,
on Omni-Man's complex character.
Yeah.
if you had to pick one or two moments from the show that kind of stood out to you as kind of like represented your love for the show, where would you be?
Well, I mean, everyone has to at least acknowledge the first episode ending scene. Like, I know everyone knows about
Facts.
that. It's nothing like it's nothing new to people, but I wish I would have seen the show from the start and totally had that as like kind of this unexpected like
A
I wish I didn't know
shock,
about it
yeah.
prior. Yeah, that would have
Oh,
been
yeah,
crazy. So I'll give a lot
Had
of
the
credit for
shock,
that
dude.
scene.
It was dope.
Yeah, that set the scene for the whole entire show. And so yeah, I'll say that scene. Overall, I don't know. There's a lot of little ones I liked. I know a lot of people will say the train scene because that was a shock factor as well. I don't know, man. I like the scene where this kind of just stuck with me. I like the scene I like the scene where you can see Cecil using the kind of like that bio dude using the mechs. You know what I'm talking about? The zombie kind of mechs, whatever
Yeah.
they're called. I like the scene where he's using him because don't even though the fact like even though this guy's a sicko who did terrible shit, I like it's kind of setting up who Cecil is and what he kind of his role in the show as this guy who I just like how he's using someone who's clearly a terrible person as some kind of form of defense for the world, and it's setting up the tone. It's setting up what we're gonna see possibly in the future, as far as like how he's gonna oppose whatever enemies we'll see and villains and shit like that.
Whenever Viltrum pops back up,
Yeah,
how are we gonna fight that off?
Yeah,
That shit gonna be crazy.
but yeah, those.
All right, Austin. If you had to pick one or
I mean,
two,
there were like 3 moments that specifically
all
stuck
right,
out.
give me 3.
Well, the first one is I don't know. I guess when Onwin, Nolan was like, "Oh, yeah, this is what I told you about Viltrum," but in reality, we're this big empire trying to conquer the world, like the universe, whatever. I like that. I don't know why. That like I always like those big world building scenes, and that was yeah, that was a good one. I like the scene where he was like, or Amber was like in his room, and he had to like go off and do superhero shit, and then he came back and she was like, "Oh, I've been here for an hour," or like I'm just doing nothing or whatever. That was relatable because I've been in this situation. I've been in a situation like that, or like situations like that before, and it's just fun. I don't know. I found that
Where you
one
have to save the
relatable. It was
world.
funny. Where like I've been out and I had to come back, and like people are like, my girl's waiting on me" or something like that. That was funny. And then
I got
there was one
Playboy
more.
over here.
Yeah, just flexing. I know. No, but trying to think of the other. There was one more. Crap. I'll come back to me. I just had it, but I can't
Okay.
remember.
Nikki.
I would probably say Monster Girl beating the crap out of Rex was pretty fun.
Yes,
enjoyed
that
that.
was fun.
Rex got what he deserved.
Yeah.
And then
Rex is a very unique character.
Rex
I like Rex.
Uh, I would say Eve, like going on her own and doing the superhero stuff she wanted to do, like actually making a difference. I thought that was I don't know. The big stuff was taken already, so I'll go with that.
Yeah.
I think the only one that hasn't been mentioned that I really enjoyed was the battle between Mark and I want to say Power Man, but that's not right.
Power
Brick.
Cat,
The boss guy, right?
Yeah, the
Power
the
Cat.
guy who was
It's
a henchman
like,
and then ascended because
Oh,
Mark
yeah, the
helped him
guys that
take
took out
over and then
Machine
almost
Head.
died.
like Tank or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that was
Yeah, they knocked out Machine Head from his power. I just don't remember.
The show's
Brick-
riddled with like good
He
scenes.
turned into a massive brick, so I'm fine with calling him Brick. But that one was dope because that whole episode I really just enjoyed because there was a lot of layering to it, and then it allowed cool and unique villains to pop up, and then it tested Mark's metal and showed that Mark doesn't. It kind of
Mark's
it's
kinda
set up for
ass.
why Mark.
Mark got his ass whooped in that fight.
Yeah, it's set up for just the whole story of like that Mark is not this great superhero. He just keeps getting his ass handed to him, and I enjoy that instead of Mark being able to punch his way through a problem. It's like, oh, you tried to punch your way through this, and you kind of suck at that. So, yeah. And then, I mean, I always enjoy little character beats. I think his best friend had some really good comedic moments both at the university and then in the last episode when they're just kind of breaking down what happened in the burger place, and he's like, even before and after. I really enjoyed those moments.
His name's Titan. That's it.
Titan. Okay.
Yeah, and
I wasn't close,
I,
but yeah,
I remember.
Titan.
I remember the other one.
Brick.
That episode where all those aliens kept invading, but like they came from a different time stream where they would age really fast on Earth,
Yeah.
and they just kept coming
Yeah, that
back
was
like,
cool.
and it would just
It
keep
was like the
getting.
generations later would come back.
Yeah, that was really funny. And then Omni-Man just comes there and just absolutely he just obliterates their entire
Destroys
planet.
their
That
planet.
was
Yeah.
horrible. Like it was horrible, but it was
He's like
funny. I don't know.
genocide, dude.
That was my second
It
favorite.
was a refreshing take on time travel and alien invasion. That it was like it felt cool and unique, and it played with different concepts. That was just I was all here for it. Okay, so I think to wrap up our little Invincible spoiler cast, I think we should probably, just say what we're looking forward to in season 2 in the future of the show.
Well, I would
Okay, Nick.
say I'm looking forward to more Alan. Alan is my favorite character.
Yes,
Yes,
So
Alan the alien dude. Fuck, it's Seth Rogen.
Erath or Urath or
Alien.
One eye.
Erath?
yeah, the
Yeah,
the-
you know who voiced him, Austin?
So is it Seth Rogen?
bro. Seth
It is Seth Rogen.
Yeah. Well, Owen just
Great.
told me.
yeah.
Just informed me.
Okay.
I said
Now
it
I can
like
hear it.
5 times.
All right, Matt.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to in season 2?
I got it, dude. He's looking forward to not spoiling the whole show for himself.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I think Matt's not paying attention. So Owen, what are you looking forward to?
Matt,
Ooh, well, that's I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff. Definitely Mark and Eve shit, you know. I mean, fuck
yeah.
Amber.
Their
She sucks.
OTP, Amber, doesn't deserve Mark.
And potentially just not Viltrum going like being at Earth that season, but like them showing Viltrum like Omni-Man there and shit. Be dope.
I don't think you.
Yeah, I think that's more of a season 3 thing, at least in my head. But yeah,
I
That'll
just
be
feel
dope
like they're
whenever we
gonna
get
start
that.
showing it this next season. I mean, makes sense.
true. I almost think that they're just gonna leave it though. It's gonna be kind of just
Maybe Mustache Man. We'll get
that'll
him next
be
season.
finale. Kind of, you get 3 bogeys coming in
I
toward
think
their.
them, like invading Earth would be the finale or like a confrontation, but I feel like they're gonna like show like bits and pieces of it next season. I mean,
It could be.
and build up hype. I mean,
Austin, what
Yeah.
are you looking forward to most in season 2?
It's just smoking
Um,
the camera.
I definitely, I just want to see more Viltrumites. I like the whole, I don't know, the whole Viltrum Empire thing. It's just like, I don't know, it's just cool.
Dope
Mark-
concept.
Yeah, I like Mark, and I want to see
yeah,
Mark.
just
I don't know if
leading
that's season.
Superman.
I also don't like. I don't know if that's. I don't know if all that is season 2. I don't know if the whole Viltrum coming to Earth and shit is season 2. But
Definitely won't. That won't be season 2. That'll be like
so I'm looking forward to.
never ends, probably.
Yeah, more Eve. I like Eve as a character. And then let me think. If there's anything else specifically, I feel like I don't know if they're gonna do anything about the. Oh, I mean, you've read the comics, right? Or you some of it?
I read kind of what we watched. I don't think I even got that far. I probably got to like episode 1.
I would
Like-
hope they would do. Like, I think it'd be cool if they did something where like there's due to Mark being like half human, like, I guess it doesn't really matter because their DNA is so pure or whatever. But like due to Mark being half human, there's some kind of like complications he has with like being a superhero or like maybe
Healing and
maybe
stuff
his
like
Vil-
that. Just
yeah,
really
like
different.
maybe his Viltrumite, the Viltrumite part of him is like not as powerful. I don't know.
Dominant, yeah.
Like I think that'd be like
It's even more powerful.
or like maybe there's something about being human that makes him like a better superhero than any Viltrumite could, like pure Viltrumite could be. Something like that. I don't know. I think that'd be cool.
That'd be dope. Let's try Matt one more time.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can't
Dude,
now.
We can
my
hear you
thing's
now.
lagging. Yeah, my thing's lagging. So, you guys want me to give what I?
What are you looking
For
forward
season
to?
2, what are you looking forward to?
Well, before I say that, let me just say, dude, holy shit! Just scrolling through YouTube, I've had so many like major things spoiled just
Yeah.
on thumbnails. Just on thumbnails. I wasn't
YouTube
even
and Instagram
trying to
for me,
spoil
yeah.
anything. I haven't clicked on any of them. Just there's at least 5
Thumbnails
major,
and titles, yeah.
at least 5 major things.
I've had
that
like
spoiled.
2.
Yeah.
Mm.
But so I mean, I know if they stick to the comics, I know what to expect for that stuff. But other than that, yeah, I want to see more with the what was the one-eyed aliens name?
Alan.
Not specifically Alan. I don't know. Like I don't see the hype in him yet, but I want to see what he's part of.
The
That
shit
whole
happened on
coalition.
Mars.
That whole coalition of
Planets, yeah, that'd be cool.
yeah, because I want to see how that plays into the main story. The Mars thing, it was really weird how that like just that one episode, just that little ending from that one episode, how they just set up so much big stuff happening with that one astronaut who got possessed or not possessed, but that was kind of out the cut. I wasn't a big fan of that. I thought it was very abrupt. Like it was whatever. But yeah, I guess I want to see what happens with that. And
see the Earth
yeah, I want to see
guy,
what happens with Titan. The Earth guy?
the one that fell in the volcano.
Oh,
And-
I don't care about him too much. They're setting up a lot of shit. They're
Yeah.
setting up. Oh, I want to see Beast.
Dude,
Who's
nothing's
the
good,
lion dude?
It's Battlecat.
He was really strong. So I want to see what they do with him.
Whatever.
Oh, that guy was a beast.
He's probably just gonna beat the shit out of Mark again. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, I want to know what's up with that guy because I don't understand. It was like he was hired by Machine Head. So
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully they expand a little more on his
battle,
character.
bitch.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, for me, my final closing thoughts are I hope that they keep the voice cast to be as stellar as it's been. I want to see some cool new additions, bring back some of the favorites that have been really good in this season, and I want them to keep season 2 small. I don't want it to get into the Viltrum stuff until kind of maybe the back couple of episodes to start hinting at what season 3 is. I want them to keep the story tight between a lot of our main heroes and then introduce the villains and some new stuff because they've got a lot of characters that they're juggling, and I think I want those stories to come really together before we get to the big Viltrum conflict that we all kind of know is coming in the future.
I agree.
And I mean, Robert Kirkman says this show can go on forever, so we'll never know. But I'm looking
Big
forward to it.
Mark the Omni-Man thing is gonna be like the finale of the series, probably. I feel like.
Who knows?
Is
Because
the
At
comic
least in the
still
last
ongoing?
season, I mean.
no, the comic's done, but Kirkman still has ideas that the comic could have gone on beyond. That it's like
Makes
there's a chance that the show outlives the
Walking
comic
Dead
in the
went on
timeline.
for 14 seasons.
Oh, dope. Just like what might potentially be happening to Bleach.
All right, I have no idea what Owen's talking about, but yes.
All right.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Podcast will probably resume in a normal, regularly-ish schedule once Loki returns on June. Loki starts June 9th. We're going to try and record an episode sometime that week because it's on a Wednesday. We'll see. A lot of us are working 4 to 5 days a week, so it's going to be hard to arrange a schedule. So we probably won't have as big of a podcast. It may just be 2 or 3 of us talking about it.
Yeah, but to tide you guys over to that, I'll have a video.
Go
up
watch
soon.
Owen's new YouTube video.
The broom challenge.
No.
All right. Thank you guys very much for watching. Like the video, comment your thoughts down below on Invincible. Let us know if you want us to do episode by episode content for season 2 when that eventually drops on Amazon Prime, probably in 2022. And we'll see you. Subscribe and turn notifications on so you don't miss a beat of our content. We're going to try and upload more, but there's a lot of stuff to be balancing the summer, so we'll see. Thank you guys, and peace.